Hello learners, good morning. I'm Arvind Singh from Suman Ramesh Tulsiani International School, and today we are going to discuss the first chapter of history, that is sources of history in 10th Maharashtra State Board. So before going to the next or new lesson of our 7th standard, first of all I would like to tell you some information related to the past year that you have studied. You have studied the history in ancient times. Ancient times means the person were there, the history experts were there who were telling about the information about their thinking, how the British people were having the different thinkings regarding India. But now we are going to study about the medieval period, the between the medieval period of the Indian, how the people were there, how they were having the thinking. So in this chapter we are going to study about the sources of history, what are the sources we are getting from history, and from that we can come to the conclusion that whatever the information we are having, that information is showed in the medieval period. So let us discuss some more information given in the textbook. We have studied Asian Indian history last year, so you have studied Asian history. This year we are going to study the medieval period of Indian history. So now we are going to study about the between period of history, that is called medieval period of history. Broadly, the period from the 9th century CE. CE is the CE's full form is Common Era or Christian Era we can say, till the end of the 18th century. So from the 9th century to the 18th century we are going to study about the medieval period of Indian history. C is considered to be the medieval period of Indian history. In this lesson, we are going to study the sources of medieval history. So, what are the sources we are getting in the medieval history? That information or that history we are going to study. History gives us a chronological, scientific, and systematic accounts of past events. So, history gives us a chronological events, a chronological sequence. Okay, what are the events took place in those time or in the medieval period, like Quit India movement, Salt Satyagraha. So this movement have been happened and they are in the sequence, means sequence में था कि इसके बाद वो हुआ, उसके बाद ये हुआ. These are the events happened. Scientific and systematic account of past events. Scientific means there are people who are thinking from the scientific way that whatever is happening, it is not happening because of the God. We should have a scientific proof. Our thinking should be scientific. And whatever the systematic accounts of past event is there, whatever happened in the past, that we have to think from the systematic way. Next, four factors are very important from the viewpoint of history. So there are four factors that we have to show to the people. What are the factors? Let us discuss. They are individuals, means the people who are living in the country. We are living in a country, so we are having individual thinking. Society means there are people who are living in the society, like we are Indian. There are some people who belong to the Christian, uh, Maharashtrian. So there are different people or different society. They are living in the society. Weaker section also there. Poor weaker section, upper middle level. These are the people. Place and time. History must be based on authentic evidence or proof. History must have a authentic evidence. Authentic evidence means the history should have the correctness of the evidence. That whatever the evidence we are having, that evidence is showed as a correct evidence. These proofs are known as the sources of history. So that information can also be called as a sources of history. Let us clarify these sources into material sources, written sources and oral sources to learn about more about them. Let us also evaluate the sources of history. Now we are going to evaluate the three types of sources which are there in the medieval period of Indian history. We have to consider many factors related to the historical event that we want to study. So there are some historical event took place in those times that we have to study, that we want to study. Okay, what the actually reason is. It is necessary to support our study with historical sources. So whatever the historical sources we are having, that we have to study. Why? When we study the historical sources, then only we will come to know. Take the example of Rajgarh Fort. If the Rajgarh Fort is there, that is a historical place. When you are going there, you will learn something about that historical places. And what are the sources you will be getting? There might be some people who will be telling that information. Okay, why this fort has been built. So you are getting the historical sources or you are getting historical information. These sources have to be verified. We have to see whether they are Authentic means that I have told you. Authentic means it's a correctness. That whatever the information we are having, that information should have a correctness. It is necessary to use these sources judicially and only after a critical analysis. If someone is giving an information or we are finding some information, we have to critically analyze that information, whether that information is having a correct or whether that information having a correctness or not. If that information is not having correctness, means my research or my information is totally wrong. So we have to critically analyze that information, then only we should come to the conclusion of any information whatever we are doing research on a particular things. Forts have an important place among material sources. So because of the forts, we come to know that how the people were living, how the people were having a life in those times, because we come to know the places which the people lives. So there are different forts that you can learn in this textbook. Some major types of forts are hill forts, forest forts, sea forts, and forts on the plain. So forts on the plain means on the mountain or the plain area of the places. Monuments means samadhis, graves means qabr that we used to call, or the dead people used to bury it under the ground, that we call graves. Virgala. And buildings include palaces, ministerial mansion. Ministerial mansion means where the ministers used to stay and they were having a luxurious life, that is called ministerial mansion. Queen's quarters. Rani Vasa means the queen who used to stay, that place is used to call quarters. And also houses of common peoples. See the chart, it is given on page number 1, material sources. So because of the material sources, we come to know about a particular thing of that era, or we can get the information from that sources. Now physical sources, memorials. There are some memorials information given in the sources of history, so we have to refer that. Forts, there are different forts. Because of the forts, we come to know what are the different lifestyle the people were having in those medieval times. Buildings architecture, we come to know okay what are the different types of structure or material they have used in that buildings. Copper plates, so there are different coins have written by the rulers, or because of that copper plates we come to know okay how the king were ruling in those times. Inscription means when we are getting something or we are writing on the writing on something, so that material becomes an inscription. Like coin is not an inscription, but when we are getting something from the एक्सकेवेटेड मीन्स ज़मीन से कुछ मिलता है हमको इंस्क्रिप्शन पुराने ज़माने का, तो उसको बोलते हैं हम इंस्क्रिप्शन. केव स्कल्पचर्स लाइक डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ पेंटिंग्स व्हाट द एशियन पीपल यूज टू ड्रॉ, दैट इज कॉल्ड केव स्कल्पचर्स. All provide insight about that period. Looking at them, we come to know about the development of architecture. So because of these sculptures, we come to know about the development of architecture, how the people were having a different thinking, how was the intention they were having to draw the paintings of architecture, how was the economic condition was people were having, the quality of art, how the people were making the art of the drawing, style of the building construction, and people's standard of living in that particular periods, how the people were having a lifestyle, how the people were having living in those era, and how they were having a standard of living. So we come to know because of these material sources only. The coins made by different rulers using metals like gold. So there are some different rulers who used to they were using the metals like gold, silver, copper are important sources of history. If they want to give some information or they want to show their richness or they want to show some dates, they will use the source of history like gold, silver, copper plate to use or to write some information on it. From this coin we learn about the rulers, their period. So we come to know because of that sources only okay, how the people or how the rulers were there and how were they having a period, how they were having a lifestyle, how the governments were ruling, and what are the different religions and what the ideas they were following. So this is a Veer Gala that you can see the image on page number 2, and there are some pictures and written on some of the stones as you can see. So there are different miniature or different architecture you used to draw, that all drawings, and that is the art of style we used to say. Personal details, etc. Similarly, we also learn about the financial transaction and economic condition prevailing at that time. So we come to know about the financial transaction, how the financial transaction were taking place, and how were the economic conditions were having around the people or the country. Were they having when they were having some drought situation, when the people were not having any money to spend on the food, or they were not having any lifestyle. So that condition was having a time in those era. We also see how for metallurgy had advanced in that period. From the images of Ram Sita on the coins of Emperor Akbar on Shiva Parvati on the coin of Hyder Ali. So we were having a different types of coins, and on that coin we were having the pictures of Ram Sita, Emperor Akbar or Shiva Parvati on the coins of Hyder Ali. We see the religious coordination of those days. The Peshwa used to the Arabic or Persian language on the coins. So the Persian and Arabic people or the Peshwas were using the Arabic or Persian language on the coins. They used to write some information. Can you see on page number 2? These are the coins. They were writing or they were carvings on different things. Okay, this is the symbol of our country, or this coin will belongs to our country. So that information used to write by the Peshwa people in the Hyder Ali and not Peshwa of the Arabic or Persian languages. This throws the light on the use of language in that period. So in that period they were using the different types of languages in the Peshwa regions. Moving to the next information that I will be discussing in the second video of history.